Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Pokemon RCL B Division. This is playoffs once again. We are in the semi-finals, and I'm joined here by Gentleman Thomas.
All right, what's good, everyone? Glad to be here. Let's talk about these games.
Yes. So we have Jared Pig as Chicago Ceruledge and All-Star Caliber as I Got Your Nosepass. Now,
All right.
we briefly talked about this match beforehand, and I realized we were talking about Greninja specifically. I realized,
Yeah, and I realized that as well, that we
yeah,
got it reversed. So that's cool.
yeah. I said the other guy didn't bring the Greninja, but he did. It was All Star that didn't bring the Greninja, so you were right to begin with. So,
So, Jared, you just got saved for being flagged a lot.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no, it's a very interesting matchup because both coaches has a Greninja. One is Protean, I'm assuming it's Protean, right?
Yeah.
And the other is Battle One, which whoever has the Protean Greninja definitely has the better matchup here, and which I believe is Jared, because Greninja just goes in so hard. Like you hit the Slowking, you hit the Skeletor, you hit the Tinglu, you hit the Glacier pretty hard. Even though it's not super effective, it's pretty hard still. You hit the Noivern, you hit the Nagelstack, you can even hit a Klefki. Your biggest issue becomes Astromeryl, but even then you have Protean Gong Shot to just hit that like a nuke.
Yeah, or even things like Grass Knot to help the Knuckle, Azu, and Ting if you're on like different depending what kind of move slots you're looking for. That can also help.
Yeah, I don't know the calcs at the top of my head, but I don't feel like Grass Knot should do that much to Astromeryl. I don't think Astro is that heavy.
I think it does like surprising like more than you'd think it would, but you're probably right. It's not the most ideal
Yeah,
move.
I keep thinking this the same when I look at like a Gastrodon and then I see it do only like 40% even though it's 4 times super effective. I'm like, oh, Gastrodon weighs nothing.
Yeah, wait. I thought Gastrodon weighed more than that, not gonna lie.
Nope. Nope. Like Grass Knot is not that powerful against a Gastrodon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jared definitely seems like someone that could have like a game plan of getting maybe screens Grimmsnarl up and getting into like either Sis or Landorus to set up.
Yep,
And then you
definitely.
have the Greninja and the Treads to be like a pivoting breakers kind of, and Toxapex, of course, as your main wall. Maybe Orlando's can be defensive in this matchup as
To
well.
be a
But
dick.
true.
What do you think the Slowking will be built for in this matchup?
uh, that's actually a really good question because it kind of get bopped by both the Greninja, the Landorus, the Treads, Grimmsnarl. Like it switches into Toxapex because Toxapex can't poison it or anything.
Yep, definitely. So you think it's
Maybe like I could see a
Anti-Vex?
physically defensive Glow King with like Flamethrower can maybe check a Scissor, but I feel like a +2 Bullet Punch Terra Steel Scissor is still gonna, like that's gonna hit hard.
Yeah,
Like that's gonna hit
definitely.
very hard.
Definitely, yeah. Um, Klefki seems about right. They both literally they have the man who likes to run keys offensively and actual offensive keys. This is not to mention they also both have Greninja. Jesus Christ.
You know, like the team like thought process is kind of similar in some scenarios, which is interesting.
Yeah, definitely. They also both have two cunty wars in Ting-Lu and Toxapex.
Yeah, and technically Jared has one more in Wo-Chen. He just didn't bring. Wo-Chen can be like even though Wo-Chen doesn't get like synthesis, it can be still be obnoxious to deal with.
Definitely. Alright, how about we get this shit started, eh?
Yeah, let's do that.
Button
Zeon
clicker,
Acid versus Grimmsnarl. So that's
taunts.
pretty good.
Oh, that's dead.
Yeah, see, yeah, that is like a best case scenario for All-Star Caliber. Getting rid of the Grimmsnarl before it can really do anything.
Yeah.
I feel like the taunt of the Grimmsnarl, I get it
Yeah,
because you don't
it'd
want to
be
risk
for
the
like a
belly
belly
drum.
drum early. But at the same
Yeah,
time, if he was gonna lead with it, he like I don't know. It's kind of here or there, really.
yeah, I think so. I think depending on how you build your Toxapex, you always go the hard switch into Toxapex on turn one. Because as we just
Yeah.
saw, you're risking your Grimmsnarl dying. Where if he has belly drum, if your Toxapex has haze, it's not that big of an issue. Like you take a hit, I feel like.
Yeah, you
May,
definitely take
may,
a hit.
maybe Bulldoze would do a lot, but I don't know.
I
Maybe.
don't think Bulldoze would do that much.
At +6, if it belly jumped, I think I would do pretty decent. Okay,
Maybe.
yeah, I was literally about to say bet on it being Magna Rise.
And he's got the taunt.
Oh,
Too bad
that's
he
a good,
too
that's a
bad.
good play because that means the Magna Rise doesn't matter as much.
Well, I mean, it still means he can't earthquake him. Just means he can't magnetize
Yeah,
again.
yeah, but it also means that Klefki can't just continue. So he can do this. He can get like a slow turn, go into something else that can deal with it. Yes.
Yep, true. Psyshock
Psyshock
certainly hurts.
does nothing. Does nothing.
Eats that shit. Psyshocks again.
Ooh, Kratos a
Haze
little.
is
Yeah,
nice.
Haze, I thought so.
End of taunt.
I'm kind of interested in what the Klefki player is going to do here. If he's just going to start combining again. Yeah, see, I had a feeling that Scissor was definitely going to force it out a little bit.
Yeah, sends in the Dirge to wall it. Wisps the Pex, that's nice. Get rid of its recovery.
Yeah, the neutralizing the leftovers can definitely help.
Yep, back to the Glow King.
Killing Rota, the new Skull, despite being like way worse.
Can we just hang on? Hold on. Can we discuss this man really named it Glow King Kalos? That has to be illegal, right? Surely that's illegal.
Why is Glow? Wait, how does that even make sense?
It doesn't, and it hurts. It hurts my soul. Uses Future Sight, alright. Goes to the Tinglu. U-turn, fair play, definitely. Goes to the Ninja for
okay, that's a top tier nickname though, Schminkshmoo. I love that.
Oh yeah, that's a good name for sure.
A Glow King on the Hard Ninja, that's kind of wild. Like I get it because of the grass knot.
I was gonna say.
Oh, and it became grass, so the Future Sight hits. That was actually such a well played for All-Star caliber.
Yeah, true. Well, actually, he should have used a water move though.
So I mean, yeah, I think Grass Knot does more because you get the Protean boost. So any move with stab, and I think Grass Knot becomes like 120. Because of Tinglu's weight.
Don't get me wrong, you're right in that regard, but Tinglu definitely couldn't one-shot the Greninja, and if you used a water move, the protein doesn't activate, so you would have stayed a.
Protean always activated on Greninja because it's dual typing originally.
Is that a difference with Libero?
Yeah, because Cinderace is pure fire, it doesn't activate if you click Powerball. Because you already have the pure fire typing.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
So it's not about Libero versus Protean. It's about the typing, right?
Fair enough. I always assumed that it was just if it's your own type, it doesn't change you. Fair enough then. Yeah, that Future Sight definitely hurts. Goes back to Sizz. Another Future Sight. Thief fucking annihilates that man. He must have been like a special set, surely.
That might be banned at Scissor because he also just clicked Bullet Punch before and then switched. It might be banned.
Possibly,
blocking out the game makes Toxic so obnoxious to deal with now.
There's the band from Frisk, so that's helpful.
Yeah, okay, first the band, yeah. But yeah, now with Glowking out of the picture, that makes Toxic really bad to deal with because now you can just spam Toxic over and over and over.
Well, he's still got Klefki to deal with.
I guess. I don't know. I just don't see Klefki as much of a Toxic ads.
Well, it's got Carmine Psyshock. What more do you need, really?
The Toxic has Haze. That's.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it still takes only 4 or 5 Psyshocks.
Alright, so the game is kind of at like a very weird standstill right now. Like, neither of the players seems to be able to break the other person.
Yeah, there's not really too much they can do here, really. And fucking keys are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, so Jared got the play wrong with clicking Thief on the Klefki rather than clicking just Bullet Punch. Which I'm not sure what I get Thief was to hit probably Ceruledge is what he was expecting.
Most likely. Hazes, yep.
Oh god, this is gonna be a long game, I can already tell.
Yeah, we're gonna go fast for a little bit here.
Yeah, I'm just kind of interested in like what exactly Jared is gonna do to get out of this because Klefki like sets up to +1, hit a Psyshock on the Toxapex. Now he either has to switch or recover Toxapex or alternate dodge the next one, which means he gets a nice hit off here again. Like we're just kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, very much so, back and forwards.
Oh.
Jared seems to have a knack for getting himself into these situations. Swaps to the
All right, let's see.
Sizz.
I mean, that's the
Bullet
correct play because you
punches.
get a huge butt punch here. Draining Kiss does like absolute zero, and now
Yeah.
he's forced to switch.
No,
And
now he
no,
does
he
it
lets
again.
he lets the keys go down. Damn.
He
Okay.
must have been trying to psych him out, thinking he wouldn't, but that didn't work.
I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like when you see he's locked into bullet punch, you just go dirge always, don't you? Like you
Yeah.
tank any hits, and then you can always recover, slack it off if you need to.
Yeah, definitely should have. He, especially because he does know 100% it is banned. But
Exactly. Like he first.
I think he was trying to stop Jared from double predicting him. But I think he just he tried to look too far ahead against someone who doesn't think that far ahead, you know?
All right, so ooh, I think Ceruledge might be able to put on a show now.
Definitely.
Ooh, I don't know if oh, that's a prediction and a
Ooh.
half. Holy shit.
Hey, what did I tell you? I told you Grass not does good or something.
Yeah, no, it does, but still, he did it on the Ceruledge. That means if All Star stays in with Ceruledge, not only is the Greninja dead, if the Ceruledge is at +2 at that point, because he could have like torch zone,
Definitely.
even if it stayed
And to
water.
be honest, if he stayed in there, then and the game was over because Greninja dying means he can't break the Ting anymore.
I assume the Scissor has close combat.
I didn't even remember it got that, to be honest, but yeah, probably.
But even then, it could have like U-turn, and U-turn choice band is still gonna do like a hefty chunk.
I suppose.
Yeah, I think the game is starting to get difficult for All Star to win because what's it called? Both Landorus and Eintrecht being alive makes it very difficult for the Skelders to really win the game now.
Yeah, it definitely does.
But I guess like Terra Normal, Boomburst, Neurant does have a say here.
Back to the Noive. And dead. And that's
Oh
where
yeah,
the...
because he's a normal type. Yeah. Oof, that
Yeah,
was broken.
he forgot he already did it.
Yeah, I see that he forgot. Yeah, that's.
I
Yeah,
even
nah. I
I
think the game is over by this. There's no way you win this now.
yeah. I also love the Jared response. Wait, what? He was just confused.
Yeah. Oh, both of them didn't trust me. It's funny on Showdown. I do the same thing. I keep forgetting if I'm on as Terra, but I don't do that on Wi-Fi because they have the fucking giant hats.
Yeah, that's
Like
fair.
people make fun of the hats, but they actually work. Like they make you remember it.
Well, they're fucking giant. You'd hope they would.
Yeah. Oh, so he only has body press to hit the landers. Jesus.
Yeah, this is a long process from here.
I mean, he can win this game if he somehow shows his rest talk.
If he
That's like the
was,
one way. That's the one way he might win the game. But even then, I feel like
I was gonna say,
like
even
Grenade.
then, he would have to get stupidly lucky with like always hitting or something. Even then, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the greatest. Yeah, plus Landers having taunt meant you can actually just taunt after you rested, so you can't click sleep talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this just become like I think maybe Ting Lu ends up killing the Landers, and then you go into the Gren or the Scissor to pick it off.
Or you can decide to
Actually,
do.
Gren dies on incoming, I think.
He used
Oh,
whirlwind.
Whirlwind was the last one.
He
Right.
said,
Okay,
"Oh, fuck the differential. It doesn't matter."
yeah. I mean, it's a semifinals match. The differential doesn't actually matter at all.
Yeah, they don't, but you know.
Yeah, I think there was like a couple situations within that game that decided. I think the grass knot and the Skeldurge predicting the Azumarill, that was huge. That was such a good
Yeah,
play.
I think that, honestly, I think the game was pretty much over at that point.
It was close, yeah.
Also, staying in on these keys here definitely played a big impact.
Yeah, I mean the keys was pretty low at that point, but you can probably get a decent amount of health back if you just training kiss a couple of times.
Definitely could have. In fact, yeah, the so the Zoomerall was was definitely a good predict from Jared, but honestly,
100.
the keys was definitely his own fault. He's
Yeah,
like,
no, that Protean grass one kind of, and then of course the Noivern, the both of them do forgot about it, probably mattered a little bit as well.
yeah,
Because
well,
like, well, I can definitely see an end game where you get in your Noivern for free and you just click Boom Burst over and over.
yeah, maybe.
Like Terra Normal Boom Burst, I feel like has to do like a decent amount of damage to pretty much, and even the Scissor, I don't think would want to take it too much.
But that's the thing, though. It has bullet punch. It could probably just kill it before it even gets the chance to.
Well, my idea wasn't necessarily to stay in Noivern the entire time. It's more you click Boom Burst on incoming whatever, do damage, then you switch out to because she still has Skeledirge with pretty good health at that point. So you
Yeah,
have Skeledirge to check the Scissor most of the times, unless you of course click Thief.
yeah,
And you
that's
have
fair.
Noivern to do damage. As soon as as soon as Noivern dies, he kind of loses any offensive impact to win the game at that point.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
But anyway, good game by Jared. He definitely got some turns correct that made him
Yeah,
win the game.
definitely another good win for one of our noobs, hey? Alright, moving on. We have Brunskull33 as Boston Celesteelas versus Rose Red God as Las Vegas Rotoms.
And I'm gonna try not be too biased, even though Rose is my boy. I've also known Bruin for a while now, so I'm gonna trash talk both of them equally.
As all good friends do, you trash talk with fairness.
Yeah.
Let's have a
Yeah,
quick look match
Yeah, I was
at their
about to let's look at the
teams.
matchup real quick. Tell me they're like next to each other as well. That would make this so much easier.
Yeah, where's
Okay.
Steeler?
They are.
They
Wow.
are. Oh yeah. Wow, all of the teams are like all right next to each other. That's beautiful.
All right. So for Rose's side, we have a Roaring Moon, Marv, Palafin, Rotomo, Downtown, Florida, Star at the Bishop, Poltergeist, Metacam, Frostmont, and Sudowoodo. For
So
Bruin, we have a Goldango, Muscarada, Enamorous, Quaxar, Haxorus, Electros, Mew, Colossus, Slithering, Wigglytuff, and Eevee. Yeah.
yeah,
So
that
what?
Eevee doesn't even fucking count. He's just there for the sake of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what did they bring? If you go back to the game real quick, what did
yeah.
they bring?
So the Quag, the Mew, the Tross, the Meowscarada, the Colossal, and the Goldango. And then
Yeah.
Moth, Finn, Mo, Don, Polt, and Moon.
That's an interesting poll. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he's liked his Polt, Shell Smash,
Yeah, poll.
Shell Smash Terra. He's liked it throughout the course of the season.
I mean, it's a good like as a secondary option to Roaring Moon is definitely a good choice. I feel like.
Yeah, he has a lot of sweepers: Moon, Moth, Finn, even Polt.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think my most surprising is no Enamorous from
yeah, I was
Bruin.
just thinking that. I feel like the eel shouldn't have come in, and instead Enamorous should have.
Mm,
How much does Cole really do? I guess it's a resist to acrobatics.
no, it checks Iron Moth pretty much.
Yeah,
Like
that's also
Iron
fair.
Moth doesn't get any super effective damage on it, and if you run like Spadef Call, I don't think you take too much from like an energy ball
Doesn't
or something
Quag
like that.
also wall it though?
No, Iron Moth gets energy ball.
Oh, it does. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Iron Moth. I don't know a lot of its moves.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Iron Moth is really good.
I also love we have both past and future Volk here. We have Iron Moth and Slitherwing.
Yeah, they're not on the same team. Hashtag the Moth Call. But it is what it is. But actually, yeah, Bruin could have brought Slitherwing as well. Like, I get Moon is Terra flying, so if you're flying, you resist first impression. But I just think that the fact that you have the opportunity for first impression is really, really good.
Do you think Haxorus would have been really good this game?
I mean, I think there's always a merit for Haxorus just because it hits as hard as it does. Like
Yeah.
you don't even really have to run like setup Haxorus. You can just run like a bandit that nukes every time something
Yeah, I
comes
was
in.
gonna say I feel like either Bandit it with first impression for the Moon and Mo, or maybe like a Scarf Outrage set, because well, he did bring. Oh, he didn't even bring Florge, but I mean, you could have just waited for Florge to go down before trying something like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going, so as you said, Floor just didn't come. So if Bruin had brought Haxorus with like Band or Scarf Outrage, that would have done a lot, yeah. Because like while Donphan takes a hit, I don't think it switches in and take a secondary hit.
No, it definitely doesn't.
Not if it's banded at least. Banded it doesn't.
Definitely doesn't well banded, and I still doubt it while scarfed, but maybe if it's like max HP, max defense, it could.
Yeah, I feel like max HP, max defense probably does take, but I also know Rose that he doesn't run that often with his fans, so, you know.
Yeah, he's like me. He prefers to run his mons offensively.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything on Rose? I feel like it's missing. Like I'm just quickly going over. I mean, not really. I think Rose probably brought most of like there's you could maybe have brought like of course the floor just because of as we just mentioned Haxorus. It's not the worst against like Mirskrata, but even then Mirskrata Flower Trick does a lot, right?
Yeah, Masquerada is like surprisingly good in my opinion.
No, it's really good. It's really good. Yeah.
Once again, it's another protein prick.
I guess my main thing is you can maybe bring Staraptor over like Rotom. I get Rotom health check.
I feel like he needs the Rotom for the Quag.
But I don't know. I don't know if you need that because people also have to realize Quagsire is not that bulky. Like he's bulky, but he's not that bulky.
Yeah, like Roaring Moon can chew through a Quag.
Yeah, but also Staraptor, if you're like Scarf or Bandit, the Reckless, like Brave Bird, you're two-shooting a Quagsire.
Yeah, like, that's true.
And with no Scald in the game, you're not that afraid of getting burned and whatnot.
Yeah, that's valid. It can Chilling Water, but I don't even like if you hit the first one, I don't think it matters if you're -1 for the second one either.
Yeah, no, because I feel like if you're Bandit Staraptor, which Bandit Staraptor is not bad here, you probably do like 70% to a Quagsire.
Yeah, so then even when you get the -1 from a Chilling Water, you still kill the next time anyway.
But yeah, as you mentioned, I do see some merit in Rotom. Like, I don't think Rotom is a bad bring by any means. I just think you could maybe bring Staraptor instead. But
yeah, that's fair. Alright, you ready to go?
Yeah, let's see. Let's watch some games.
Yeah. From memory, this one was a bit faster.
Oh, wow. Wow, Palafin lead. Who would have thought?
So
wait, okay, so we can instantly also tell that's not Protean Mirskrata.
Yeah. She's a straight
Overgrow. Which is funny because if that's Protean, that Rotom is like at 10%.
Yeah. Wisps.
Gonna burn on Electros, which I guess maybe is fine. It depends on what the Electros is like. You live another U-turn. You definitely stay in here and get the momentum. Yeah, 100%.
I love that she literally just spammed U-turn. Predicts the switch. Good by Rose.
That's a really good switch, yeah.
Gets the Volt.
Gets some momentum. Yeah, Rose definitely has the momentum going right now. Like he's getting the plays right. I would say that's very, very ballsy for Bruin going for U-turn on the Ironmouth because there's a small chance Ironmouth is Church Gap in that situation.
True. I also like that she neutered Taunt and Thunderwave the chips.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you're treating your Mew for it. I don't know. Like I feel like after the taunt, maybe you switch. Like I get if you Thunderwave it, you're kind of neutralized it for the entire game. Yeah. But trading your Mew just to do that, I don't know if that's worth it.
That's definitely a
very as we're seeing here, Poltergeist can still hit like a truck, right?
Yep. And then down goes the Goldingo.
Yeah, because Rose has no reason to preserve preserve the Poltergeist at that point, right?
Yeah, if when paralyzed, it's already crippled to the point that it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And here's Roaring Moon two-shotting Quag with Photosynthesis.
Yeah, that's because Unaware doesn't negate the Photosynthesis attack. Like it still just goes in.
Yeah, which is very, very nice.
And Bruin realizes that she's just dead.
Yeah.
Because your Acrobatics Mirskrata, which of course dies, I think Golden Go might be able to take an earthquake depending on how the stat spread is and
It's
whatnot. But
also
you don't win.
Terra.
You don't win the game because Paladin just comes in and revenges, right?
It's also Terra flying, which
No, no, but yeah, yeah. You don't one shot the moon as well.
yeah, definitely not. The doubloon cannot, not even close.
Yeah, she definitely had lost the game at that point. Like this is
Yeah.
why I love Roaring Moon. Like people say it's like one of the worst tier one mons, but I think it's amazing. I love Roaring Moon so much.
Um, I wouldn't say it's one of the worst, but it's without Terra. It's like if you're without in a league that doesn't have Terra or like not for the top like 2 or 3 tiers, then it definitely is probably the worst at that point. It's like it's still incredible with photosynthesis or just as a DD sweeper, but just
Yeah.
overall without Terra, it's just not as good
I
as
mean, that's any mon, right? Like without Terra, it
well,
becomes a little bit less. So
yeah, but certain mons benefit it from it more than others, and Moon like benefits more from it than like Qian Pao or something.
yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. Like I definitely think Terra is like really good for Moon because it also allows you to get in positions where you can sit like as we saw here, you can set up a D dance easier because he doesn't have to worry about getting hit by certain moves and whatnot.
Yeah. Also, can we discuss the quality of these images? When are we getting this shit updated? Damn.
I mean, I think some of them actually has been updated, which is
Yeah,
funny.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure Goldango has been.
yeah,
Same for
it's weird.
Palafin.
They're very slow with it, right?
Yeah, it's okay. We still love them.
I know a pretty dominating performance by Rose. There's
Absolutely.
not much to say. He played the early game very well.
Oh yeah, he was dancing around her the whole start of the game.
Yeah, and then he what's it called? Then he got his moon into position. He didn't even need to DD because of Quagsire. Like he literally just swept from there.
Yeah.
Which, looking back at that, that's I'm gonna be honest. That's a little bit of bad prep from Bruin, right?
Not having Ice Beam or something to hit it with.
No, no. It's not about having a move. It's about not having something that outspeeds the Roaring Moon at all. Like the entire team is slower,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
except I guess Musquara does outspeed it, but it's like you
It
like as we
can't
see
cover for
you
it.
sacrifice like almost your entire team to it.
I honestly think probably Scarf Mew might have been the play for her.
Yeah, I can see Scarf Mirror wouldn't be bad. Enamorous, as we talked about, would have been pretty nice here.
Definitely. Power Gem would have fucking hurt a lot.
Yeah, even if you just Moonblast, like I don't think you necessarily kill, but if you Moonblast, you maybe die to the fucking acrobatics or whatever. Then you revenge with your Muscarada, because I hope to God you're building your Muscarada to be faster than this moon.
Yeah, you would fucking hope so. I have faith Steel is at least smart enough for that. I bully her a lot, and I do call her the choking queen often, but I have that at least that much faith.
I know, I do too. I do too, definitely.
Moving on to our little final segment here. Uh, the next week matches. Who do you think's gonna win? My money. I know
Wait,
what.
so how does this because I know this is like an Australian system, right? I'm pretty confident that's how it
Yeah,
works.
it's like Aussie exclusive.
Can you give me a quick explanation on so okay, so the finals is between Las Vegas, Rotoms, and Hope Peaks that
Yeah, so these are the
no
preliminary finals. So the winner of these two matches will go to the grand final.
but I don't understand why is the games we just saw then called semifinals? That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. Hold on a minute. I'll get the little.
You are Australian, you should know.
Look, I know we use the system. I couldn't for the life of me tell you why. Um,
Because I remember Rose showed me this at one point, and I was like, it took me like a split second to realize what was going on.
yeah. So
Like I understand the system like and how it works, but how are the games we just saw called semifinals then? That doesn't make sense at all.
I don't know. Maybe we should just swap the name semi and preliminary. What does preliminary
Maybe
mean? Preliminary. Well, yeah. What does this mean?
it's it's a
Proceeding or
pre.
done in preparation of something fuller or more important. Yeah. Okay. Well. The more
I mean,
important.
preliminary finals would go before finals as well, but it's the semifinals you would have to rename to something else. Cause I don't know. I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah, I don't know, Chief, but yeah, it's a confusing system.
Yeah, no, but it's between the port chest and the Rotoms and the hook peaks and the Ceruledges. I
Yeah.
mean, we can take if you want to, we can take a quick look at the matchups to give our
Yeah.
first initial thoughts.
Yeah, sure, we have some time. That's rosters. So
So it's Rose versus the Pori, which has King Gambit, Cyclops, Acel, Cleaver, Galarian Zapdos, Galarian Zapdos. You won. So I don't care. You won. Amoonguss, Volcarona, Avalok, Hisui, Salamence, Chansey, and Rowlet. Wait. This guy. Did you have any Terra bans? Is I guess my first question.
so the rules revolving Terra was you get one Terramon above 18 points and one below 10 points. Wait, no, sorry, I think I messed that up. You get one above 10 and one below 10.
So was it above 18? God
Yeah,
but I'm just like, why is the Volcarona not Terra for the Pori chats? Like,
because he likes King Gambit more.
I'm still Volcarona is like legitimately maybe a top 3 Terramon with Terra.
Yeah,
Like,
fair.
It's so good.
He
Like,
also
that Bascalibur and like Dragonite are probably the 3 best that benefits from Terra.
Dragonite especially.
Yeah. Yeah, no, let's
Um,
see. Okay, so see Rose's team. If anything, like I can tell he struggles with immediately. So Rose's team, as I remember, yeah, he struggles with Galarian Zapdos like quite a lot. But I mean, who doesn't fucking struggle with Galarian Zapdos, right?
Well, that's the thing though. Gyapdos always seems really scary, but in practice, it always feels underwhelming.
Then you just don't know how to use it. I'm sorry, that's a you problem.
All right, then I guess I'll go fuck myself, hey?
Now, Galarian Zapdos, if played correctly, is a monster. Because there's almost no mons in the entire game to switch into flying fighting. Like, those two typings together is so
Yeah.
difficult to try and check.
It's also why Halucha was so good.
But yeah, Galarian Zapdos is just a Lucha on steroids.
Yeah, pretty much.
The main reason why Galarian Zapdos can feel underwhelming at times is because you're taking chip from Brave Bird the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, so you're getting whittled down. So it rarely wins the game. Like, it doesn't sweep.
It's a break,
But it
not
will
sweeper.
break. It will break.
Yeah.
I think depending on how Rose builds his Palafin, that can also just win because you can just taunt the Mungus, right?
Yeah. Doesn't it also get Ice Punch as well?
It does. It gets that headbutt actually.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
And that also
Have you-
helps with the Gyapdos as well, actually.
Yeah. I mean, so would Ice Punch, so that's fine. But yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
you could
true.
build like a taunt, bulk up, Jet Punch.
Wave Crash.
No.
Oh, wait, yeah. you jump
we
punch.
just established you need something
Yeah.
to hit the Mungus with. Probably Ice or Send Headbutt 1 or 2. Probably Ice Punch because of Salamence. Yeah, you would probably have Ice Punch because of
Oh,
Salamence.
and because of Cyclozar, hey. And even Terra Flying King Gambit, yeah.
Yeah. So that you could build that with Palafin, like just make it kind of bulky so it can take Amoonguss Giga Drain doesn't do that much, for instance.
Yep, that's what I would say. My money's definitely on Rose. And then our other match is Ceruledge and Josh. Now, the issue for everyone involved is the fact that Josh has the best draft out of anyone.
See, Dragon Pulse in this, Sylveon, Dondozo Clodsire. Boring as fuck. I Jugglerist, Arena, Fortress, Dunsparce, Yuxi, Rotom Frost, and Failings.
Yo.
Oh, it's good, but it's not like it's not that overwhelming. I feel like I actually feel like Rose's team almost maybe better.
It's mostly the fact that Josh can just sit around with his walls all day until you're low enough that Polt can come in and sweep.
Yeah, I mean I get that, but The problem with walls also, often is also they're kind of passive themselves.
Oh yeah,
So
it's a very slow passive
you
style.
just take advantage of that completely.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like I can look at Josh's team right now and tell you I think most of the Rotom forms beats this team. Like Rotom Wash, Rotom Heat, Rotom mention any of them, it probably beats this team.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Nah, it's because you don't know how to run the Rotom. Trust me,
You're right.
It
I
will
don't know how
beat.
to use Rotom. I tried
No,
it
no, no,
once and
no.
hated it.
I'm not saying you. It's because you can run a very specific Rotom set against Josh's team that all of the Rotoms can run, and it will beat his team. So, and I'll say it because it's not like a huge thing. So, if you run sub nasty for Rotom with stored power, you beat the Clodsire always, no matter
God
what.
damn, that's so niche. Where did that come from?
Because I ran it to a Clodsire and I won the game. But basically, the way it works is while Clodsire is unaware, will ignore the stat boost. Stored power does not. So stored power becomes like a base 120 psychic move that you're just firing off.
Yeah, it's a broken fucking move.
So if you just run like a stored power sub nasty plot and then like whatever your last move is, you kind of just hit the entire team. Dragapult becomes a nuisance because it has infiltrator, but still, if you can trade beating like one or two walls for then Dragapult to kill you, that's a really good exchange. I feel like.
Speaking of, I have a good feeling Scarf Greninja is going to be very good here.
Oh yeah, you're saying you would do Scarper Ninja outspeed Pole and whatnot.
Yeah, Dark Pulse Pole out, Surf Cinderace, Skunk Shot Sylveon, Grass Knot
I can see that.
Dond.
Yeah.
That would be my set. Scarf with those moves.
I actually think on that prominent, if that's like the thought process that Jared also has, I actually think Josh then runs Water Absorb to Clodsire because he can just use Unaware with Dondozo, right?
True, yeah.
So if you run Water Absorb Clodsire, that means Greninja is like hold it a lot.
Do you think
Because
do you think the Sylveon comes considering the fact that Ceruledge has two poison types and two steel types?
no, I don't think so. Like Scissor bops it, like absolutely annihilates that thing.
Yeah.
Threats and Toxapex kind of just so because Sylveon doesn't have Mystical Fire anymore, right? Well, is this is Netdex, right? This is
No,
probably Dex.
it's not Netdex. It doesn't have it.
Yeah, yeah. So it doesn't have Mystical Fire, so Threats and Toxapex just both just switch into Sylveon like it's nothing. Yeah, I don't think Sylveon. It's like if you bring Sylveon, it's because you like Sylveon, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it should. I don't think it should come.
Yeah, he's been bringing his Dunsparce in a couple times.
I mean, Dunsparce the ghost. So.
Fair.
It's a good mon now with Eviolite. Like it's decently bulky. It can roost. It can set up rocks, glare. Like it can be a nuisance.
Yeah, it's no longer just Glare Dickory. It's now Everlight Glare Dickory. So much better.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else? Something else. I mean, I think it's as you mentioned. I think Josh would like the million walls, like Dozo, Saya, Fortress, Dunsparce, Yuxi. It's gonna be annoying for Jared to kind of try and break down.
Yeah, I also think that between Mimikyu and Wo-Chien, he can wall a lot of Josh's team right back at him.
I don't know how in your book Mimikyu's a wall, but I'm listening.
Well, I more mean like, okay, let me start with Wo-Chien first. It kind of walls the Polt, Dozo, and Clod alone. Sylveon I don't really think is coming, but it probably couldn't wall that. And Cinderace, well, it'll just Pyro Ball it, so yeah. But Tox, well, it's Fairy type to ignore the Dragapult. Oh, and it's Fire type, and when it terrors, it'll turn Fire to ignore the Cinderace or Fairy moves. I'm not saying it's like a great wall, but I'm saying he could use it as well as like Disguise as like a pseudo wall, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it gives him like one free switch in, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and then with Terror as well, depending on what the situation is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, it's gonna be a good match. Like, I definitely think Jared's team has like more firepower, where
Oh,
Josh's
it
team is
definitely
more like
does.
where Josh's team is the more like let's wait and see kind of deal, as you mentioned. So it's
Yeah.
definitely like two different aspects of team building. So it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah. Well, I think that just about ends it. Any final words from you?
Good luck to everyone. Do the winner get to play in A, or how does it work exactly?
Yes, so the winner will be going to A Division for the coming season.
All right, then I'll see you all in A because I have agreed with Darkly to play next season.
Can't wait for a rematch between you and I, huh?
Mhm. Did we play last time? I actually don't think we
I
did.
don't
Did
think
we?
we did either, no.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
no, that's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good thing.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I will see you dudes in the next video. Bye bye.
Like,
You said the most quiet bye.